Round 2, fight! Round 2 of the NHL playoffs is underway. But let's talk about me for a second. I just recently finished school. Finally! I'd like to thank the Academy. This, however, means I need a money-making scheme. Luckily, I have a fantastic idea, and it involves the Chicago-Vancouver series. Here's what we do. Okay, so we take Roberto Luongo's mask. Actually, one sec. So we take Roberto Luongo's mask, so like right here, and we put a camera on it facing outwards, and then we take a bunch of advertisements and put them on Dustin Byfuglien's butt, because that's the only thing that camera's gonna pick up this series. If Old Spice needs another crazy commercial, I think that's the idea. What do you think? This series is going to be awesome. Like, half of both teams were in the Olympics. They had a highly contested series last year, and now they get to do it all over again. Luongo's going to have to do a lot better than last year and be at his absolute best. He showed flashes against LA, but it still wasn't his best series. And Antti Niemi is really unproven for Chicago. Now heading east for the Eastern Conference semifinal between the Pittsburgh Penguins and the Boston Bruins. Wait a sec, they what? How many points did Semin have? Really? But I had this whole thing prepared where I was going to talk about the Pens and Bruins. Well, apparently the Pittsburgh Penguins are taking on the Montreal Canadiens. Barely made the top 8 in the East, and now they're in the final 8 in the NHL. But the Pens are on top in that series, leading 1-0 after a 6-3 Game 1 win. And now Andrei Markov's out. The Habs' record without Markov is... what's Russian for bad? But the Pens have some injury problems of their own. Jordan Staal could be gone until next round. And after getting shelled in Game 1, riddled me this: to the Habs turn to Price. Wait, before you start the inflammatory comments. LOL's epic fail! But Halak had a really weak first game against the Penguins, and the Habs have had a 2-goalie system pretty much all year. I gotta pick the Pens in this series, but let's see if the Habs can continue to prove people wrong and ruin hockey pools worldwide. Speaking of pools, how many of you guys have Sharks and Wings? The Sharks have a 1-0 lead in this series with a 4-3 Game 1 win over the Wings. If the Wings can take home ice advantage away from the Sharks, I think they got it. Consider this: we may actually see a third straight Penguins-Wings final. But that's looking a little far ahead. Let's talk about now. We all know that when Detroit scores a goal in the playoffs, sometimes a fan will throw an octopus on the ice. And we know that they had the Throw the Snake campaign in Phoenix, but I haven't heard a single suggestion for Throw the Shark. Just picture it. Damn oil blast from the point, scores! San Jose is up 1-0, the crowd is on their feet, and here come the Sharks. I don't want to be on the game crew when that happens. Get it off! Remember, fans, never throw a live shark. Ending off in a series where the only things they're throwing are punches, the Boston Bruins are taking on the Philadelphia Flyers. And if you want an indicator for how good this series is going to be, at the time I am making this video, it is 4-4 in overtime. If Boston wants to win this series, they got to go at Philly hard and fast because they're battling a lot of injuries. And the Bruins are getting guys back, namely Mahk Savahd. That's right, Mahk Savahd. I expect Boston to win this series, but I think it's going to be close, could even be 7 games. Only if Mahk Savahd works hard. That's it for this video. The next one should come on Wednesday. To stay up to date, add me to Twitter, Facebook, and Leaf Space. Remember, mask cam. Think about it.